Hello, everyone. I am back with our morning readings. Welcome to Little Chapel of Faith, Catholic Ministries. We are doing our reading from the Diary of Saint Faustina, which we do every day. There's a playlist on our YouTube page that has all our readings thus far, plus some videos from the nuns from this order, talking more about Saint Faustina and this diary. So I would encourage you to listen to them because they're very, very interesting. So let's begin. In the initial moment, my soul is always a little frightened, but later it is filled with a strange peace and strength. All these things could still be endured when the Lord demanded that I should paint the picture. They began to speak openly about me and to regard me as hysteric and a fantasist, and the rumors began to grow louder. One of the sisters came to talk to me privately. She began pitying me and saying, "I've heard them say that you are a fantasist, sister, and that you have been having visions. My poor sister, defend yourself in this matter." She was a sincere soul, and she told me sincerely what she had heard, but I had to listen to such things every day. God only knows how tiring it was. Yet I resolved to bear everything in silence and to give no explanation when I was questioned. Some were irritated by my silence, especially those who were more curious. Others, who reflected more deeply, said Sister Faustina must be very close to God if she has the strength to bear so much suffering. It was as if I were facing two groups of judges. I strove after interior and exterior silence. I said nothing about myself, even though I was questioned directly by some sisters. My lips were sealed. I suffered like a dove without a complaint. But some sisters seemed to find pleasure in vexing me in whatever way they could. My patience irritated them, but God gave me so much inner strength that I endured it calmly. I learned that I would have help from no one at such moments, and I started to pray and beg the Lord for a confessor. My only desire was that some priest would say this one word to me: "Be at peace, you are on the right road," or "Reject all of this, for it does not come from God." But I could not find such a priest who was sufficiently sure of himself to give me a definite opinion in the name of the Lord. And so the uncertainty continued. "O Jesus, if it is your will that I live in such uncertainty, may your name be blessed. I beg you, Lord, direct my soul yourself, and be with me, for of myself I am nothing." Thus I have already been judged from all sides. There is no longer anything in me that escapes the sisters' judgment. But it seems now to have worn itself out, and they have begun to leave me in peace. My tormented soul has had some rest, and I have learned that the Lord has been closest to me in times of such persecutions. This lasted for only a short time. A violent storm broke out again, and now the old suspicious became for them as if true facts, and once again I had to listen to the same old songs. The Lord would have it that way. But then, strangely enough, even exteriorly, I began to experience various failures. This brought me down on this brought down on me so many sufferings of all sorts known to God alone. But I tried as best I could to do everything with the purest of intentions. I could now see that everywhere I was being watched like a thief. In the chapel, while I was carrying out my duties in the cell, I was now aware that besides the presence of God, I had always clo- I had always close to me a human presence as well. And I must say that more than once this human presence bothered me greatly. There are times when I wondered whether I should undress to wash myself or not. Indeed, even the poor bed of mine was checked many times. More than once I was seized with laughter when I learned that they would not even leave my bed alone. One of the sisters told me that evening she came to observe me in my cell every evening to see how I behave in it. Still, superiors were always superiors, and although they humiliated me personally and on occasion filled me with all kinds of doubts, they always allowed me to do what the Lord demanded. Though not in the way I asked, but in another way, they fulfilled the Lord's demands and gave me permission for all rigors and mortifications he asked of me. But one of the mothers, probably Mother Jane, poured out so much anger on me and humiliated me so much that I would not be able to endure it. She said to me, You're queer, hysterical, visionary. Get out of this room. Go on with you, sister. She continued to pour out upon my head everything she could think of. When I got to my cell, I fell face down before the cross, and then I looked at Jesus, but I could no longer say a single word. Yet I concealed everything from the others and pretended that nothing happened between us. Satan always takes advantage of such moments. Thoughts of discouragement began to rise to the surface. For your faithfulness and sincerity, this is your reward. How can one be sincere when one is so misunderstood? Jesus, Jesus, I cannot go on any longer. Again, I fell to the ground under this weight. I broke out in a sweat, and fear began to overcome me. I had no one to lean on interiorly. Suddenly, I heard a voice within my soul. Do not fear, I am with you. And an unusual light illuminated my mind, and I understood that I should not give in to such sorrows. I was filled with a certain strength, and left my cell with new courage to suffer. I think we're going to leave it there. How horrible, you know. But when you read about, a lot of saints and things, a lot of that happened then. Uh, Even I remember watching Saint Teresa of Lisieux, that movie. Even there was one nun I remember it was really, really tough on her, and at near the end of her life, she suddenly realized that, in fact, you know, she was a saint. That she was seeing the Lord. And all these saints. The sad thing is that's what they suffered, and yeah, but your faith gets you through everything, and I think that in these stories, I think that's what you have to remember at the end of the day. No matter how much sometimes we suffer and we think, God, how much worse can it be, or how much worse can it get? As long as we have faith, or at least that's my findings, we can get through anything. So don't give up on yourselves. Don't give up on the Lord. He's always there helping us through, whether we see it or not, or whether at the moment it may not feel that way. Um, but somehow or other, He always shows us that He's there. So just look for the signs. I'll let you know. But with that, I am going to bid you all a wonderful day. I'm waiting for my daughter to come over, and going to spend a few minutes with her, and then I'm off to work. So I hope you all have a blessed day. God bless you all. Be well, be safe, be kind to each other.